Let the ritual begin. And now, such is what Professor Anaxa always Pollux. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here. Please, go on.
Yes.
There's no need to worry, Elder.
The world?
I understand that but you no longer need to hide that story.
Oh, well... Styxia, from where you stand now...
Indeed. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent, but I still can't take that as the final answer. Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and...
Love.
No one ever invented the word, the so-called era Chrysia. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death, not out of fashion, but instead became...
Therefore...
That's right. If...
I understand. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of gold's first blessing. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. And I thank you, Mother. I will use all the... My teacher, Anaxagoras. Grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
Rules are made to be broken.
my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
The truth of life and death is sanctuary, is but a vision.
You won't get away.
Let's go.
I have something for you. Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Let's make it quick.
Let's begin.
You've got a lot of nerve.
And I know you're anxious. Don't be afraid.
The truth of life and death is sanctuary, is but a vision.
Leave it to me. I'm fine. You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Fighting is meaningless.
Time for an overhaul. Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
There's no more need to weep and grieve. I will grant you peace. Yes, it's me. I'm back.
The truth of life and death is sanctuary, is but a vision.
You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Fine.
Perhaps you humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Leave it to me. But you know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I have something for you.
Stand down.
Time for an overhaul. You've got a lot of nerve. There we go.
Don't turn back to the nether realm. Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now. They may look scary, but as long
What's wrong?
Are you...
What's wrong with...
His time is almost up.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return. Over.
Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
After all, you still ended up back here.
So the legends were true.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you?
Do you?
I don't have the memories from that time.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. However...
Yes. I'm...
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind. Just like what you.
Can you tell me, what did you do, Pollux?
A long, but fate was cruel.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, but I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new, I reshaped my sister's soul. But our fates were already decided. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature, leader. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand...
That's That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death.
Then, what about...
As the half of from then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring in endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another. We walked different paths.
I'm sorry.
I lived my life well.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me, but I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of...
This sea of flowers bloom. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will, because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying...
No. Life and death weigh equally heavy.
We've taken quite the ridiculous... I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written. And let us... It's been far too... I always hoped, but...
I know. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your... So, our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorites. Let's tend the field together. What do you think?
Yes, just you shall wither, and fruit as foretold by the prophecy. Our fated moment has arrived. Yes, but...
You've made up your mind?
Yes. Complete your trial. You've been tempered by life and death, like a raven butterfly.
I will. The cycle of life.
Just one last...
Of course.
Please.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if we do not, I will still hold you tightly in my arms.
Casterus, you're as beautiful.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Time flies. When this farce is over,
No need to ask so many times.
then why do you drag your feet? Such harsh words.
I couldn't agree.
Oh,
I know myself better than you think I do.
and well, that is exactly why I chose you. The hour of the trial has come.
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer.
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Indeed. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Unfortunately, for all the pains I took to reach this point, that is, if Casterus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reason, if the Twins of Death can bridge two cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls...
Well, that is all well and good.
Besides, I and Exagoras, come. Let it... So they are leaving the
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war here, let them hear.
As always,
Professor Anaxa.
everyone must cast their...
Prof.
Akuma has stood strong, but that is not what you're... I didn't spend all those years teaching you for...
So...
No, I do... Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Listen up. You still have time. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Thank you.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who...
That'll depend on how well you perform.
I actually don't necessarily mind things remaining.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Finin Avides Elysiae.
Much obliged.
I remember him.
Where's Lady Goldweaver?
Can this dude really face down kindness?
By Kephalie above, as you look upon me, I see your fear and misgiving, yet...
What?
Aedes Elysiae, my beloved hometown. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world, because she... I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child, Galba. He was a hunter. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Why, Fina? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akuma to its knees any time. Much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the Strife demigod.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weed. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans. But examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, make your judgment. Then turn your gaze to the demigods. Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the...
Absolutely right. The Christos heirs have only...
At the present time, each faction holds an equal share of votes.
As expected.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. The last vote.
Who will he vote for? The die is cast. Who will he vote for? The die is cast.
The last vote.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest.
Very well. I thank you.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa.
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa.
Just vote already.
I cannot help but wonder.
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides.
Well done, child.
Teacher,
What a twist of fate. You cherish the truth. So, child, as the sage of the Venerationist, go forth. Go now, child. And when you reach the end of this journey,
You have my word.
may Cersei safeguard your thoughts.
You are right. May we meet again with the truth before us.
Silence!
Behold, Cersei, for this place is...
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase Journey and nothing else! Elder Kindness, I have deciphered the truth of this world!
With the balance shattered,
No! Anaxa, I hope you put on such a grand performance.
Performance? If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. By your leave, Lord Lygus.
Enter. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. What is this performance?
Just moments ago, but I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? No one? Very well. No?
What are you trying to do? Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this. Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase Journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memory. What? The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday, and the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of... All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
It's impossible.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all—
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body
of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even...
The candles are on. We're carefully evolved.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex, as the only demigod among us, you shall...
The honor is mine to bear.
Elders and citizens, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. First, in the names of Talantan and Kefali, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment. Curse. Now, in the names of Talantan and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Professor.
Let him! Let him! Let him!
What?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya.
Let him die!
Let him die!
Then, oh Talantan...
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends. Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tide. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Amphorius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. No, death is the power at my fingertips. It once let the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain. Thank you. Just like the other demigods. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If you're determined, please consider this a one-time exception. And for your life, the only life I can save. I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
I believe in you.
Warm embrace awaits you. Grace, I beg you, look back.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow!
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Little Gray, you won't find tomorrow there.
Of the mortal realm.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they reveal. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by. Over here, friend! Take my hand. Let's go home.
At last, your soul is still perfectly whole. Is it Orynyx's final blessing? Perhaps it is fate. It seems that the sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. Do you recall that prophecy? I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. I can finally, the wish I once sought, but could never grasp is now within reach. Every touch, they will radiate with an intense warmth. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth? One time. Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth. You, on the other hand,
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
those are your words.
But what you said at the end...
I may have lost an eye, but...
That's true.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame?
Please do.
That's...
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, until fine and...
I've long predicted this was the case. But casting aside our ideological differences...
Fine and...
Yes. Sadly...
Congrats.
When you put it that way...
Glaya, we're back. Come welcome our great...
I hope...
It